Om Shanti. Baba compares yoga with a fire. So it is called the fire of yoga. And when the alloy from gold has to be removed, what is done is you put it in fire. So Baba says the alloy in the soul will be removed if you put it in the fire of yoga. Now, let me ask you one thing. If you have to remove, everything requires a certain temperature. So you want to cook a vegetable or rice, or you want to burn the iron, and you want to remove alloy from gold. Everything requires a certain temperature. Now, if you just keep holding a piece of iron over a candle flame and keep waiting it to burn, that's not going to happen. And again, it depends on how long you hold it. So the temperature and the duration matter. So similarly, in yoga also, the duration in which you constantly sit connected with Baba, and also the intensity of your connection. These two things matter a lot. Now the thing is, any kind of remembrance. So, there are some people who use this language and they say, what is the technique of meditation? Yes, so meditation is not technique based. Yoga is not technique based. So let's first understand the word yoga. Yoga means connection with God. Okay, now the soul connecting with the Supreme Soul. And it is not a technique. If you ask me, yoga is not technique based, it is realization based. So the more you realize you are a soul and you belong to Baba, the more you realize this, the connection improves. Because you cannot force yourself to remember somebody you don't have a relationship with. Yes, so you cannot mechanically remember Baba, or you cannot force yourself to remember Baba. Who do you remember? The one you love. Yes, the one you love is the one you remember, and that's very natural. And when will you love Baba? When you realize you are a soul, all your relationships and everything that you ever need, He is the provider and He is the sustainer of all relationships with you. So the more and more you come to this realization that you are a soul and you belong to Baba, He is your mother, father, teacher. So we have all sung these words in the praise of Baba. Tumhi ho mata pita, tumhi ho bandhu sakha, tumhi ho. Yes, so we call out to God and we say, you are the parent, you are the teacher, you are the friend, you are the guide. And then we sing these praises in bhakti also. But we never look at God that way, or that's not our experience of relationship with God. So in the courses, I have often asked brothers and sisters how they experience God, and mostly they come up with one answer always, which is a savior. So everybody only thinks God is a savior. You call out to God when you're in trouble and he's some kind of Superman who comes flying and saves you. So that's the kind of relationship we practically have with God, if at all. Some people don't have any relationship with God. And then most have this relationship that I am the person in trouble and God is the savior. But then now Baba is giving us the knowledge that you are my child, you are my student, you are my disciple, you are my brother, you are my friend. And I am all of that to you. I am your parent, I am your teacher, I am your guide, I am your mother, I am your brother, sister, friend, beloved, doctor. So Baba is called Vaidyanath. So Baba is the supreme surgeon. So Baba is everyone to us. Baba truly has all relationships with us. But we were not aware of those relationships and we didn't experience them. Now we have to bring into our awareness. That is why we have to sit and think about these things. About who am I and what is my relationship with Baba. And when you bring that into your awareness and you start experiencing it, and then you start thinking about how you had been looking for knowledge. So you say, why are we so fixated with information these days? Because actually we want to know what's going on. So knowledge is the poor substitute of information. Sorry, it's the opposite. Information is the poor substitute of knowledge. And that's why we are running after information these days. And what we are seeking is actually knowledge. And Baba came and Baba is giving me the knowledge that I was seeking. The purity, the peace, the love, the happiness, the power that I was seeking, which I didn't understand. I didn't even know what I was seeking. So if you just sit and bring into your awareness who Baba is and what he is doing for you, then you will have love for Baba. And in that love, the connection between you and Baba will be very, very stable. And Baba says, then, in this fire of yoga, your sins will burn. Yes, so all the weaknesses or the vices that you're holding inside will just burn away in this connection. And I will tell you, I have personally experienced that earlier. I used to experience very little things as some big issue. Like I could get upset at anything. And then there was a time when I realized that, but I couldn't overcome it because I didn't have the power, and it was the burden of sins that I was carrying which was pulling me down, and I couldn't help it at that point. No, not reacting or not, not getting upset was not something I could help always. And then when I started doing Amrit Vela and I just sat in Baba's loving remembrance, and suddenly I felt myself not reacting. I felt like things didn't influence me, or there was no reaction in the way it used to be. And then slowly, gradually, it just got better and better. And this is what Baba says, you don't have to apply a lot of buddhi to it. You just do as I say. So, just like, there is no explanation why alloy would get burnt in fire. So that's the quality of fire. So that's the quality of fire. You cannot question a thing's quality. So when you put a rusted piece of iron in kerosene or paraffin, then that rust gets removed. That's the quality of that element which you're putting it in. And Baba's name is, or Baba's Mahima is, that Baba is the purifier. So if you just connect your man and buddhi to Baba and sit, and that you can only do when you are in love with Baba, when you belong to Baba. And when you start doing this, automatically your subconscious gets cleaned. This is how it is done. This is how it happens. There is a reason why Baba is called the purifier. So Baba says this, and Baba says, sweet children, only with yoga will the alloy in your souls be removed. You will then receive your full inheritance from the Father. And then according to the law of attraction, you know that you will attract whatever you deserve. So if you become this high this soul vibrating at this frequency of purity and peace, and you are in higher consciousness, then you automatically belong to a world which is equally good. So Baba says you go to heaven if you start cleaning yourself and vibrating differently. Therefore, increase your power of yoga as much as possible and pay a lot of attention to this practice of sitting in soul consciousness and remembering Baba with love. And when you do that, it requires practice, but the more you do it, you will realize that the experience that it is giving you will make it easier and easier day by day. So Baba says, pay a lot of attention to this practice of remembrance. The question today is, the actions of the deities were elevated. Why have everyone's actions now become corrupt? So the other day I shared about how consciousness, attitude, perception and action are related. So you performed elevated actions as a deity because your consciousness was elevated. Yesterday also Baba said, practice, I am a great soul. So when you know who you are, you do as you are. Yes, you always do as you are. So what is your consciousness about yourself? Yes, so I'm a struggler, I'm a victim. Some people say I'm very unfortunate, whatever I do, I don't get a result. So if that is your consciousness, so will be your action and so will be the result. Yes, and sometimes people say the world is very unjust to me. So I'm a victim, basically. And when you operate from victim consciousness, how will be your action and how will be the result? So do you feel that you are a great soul, God is with you, and in the drama, everything is not happening to you, it is happening for you. So there is a very beautiful saying, live life as if the world is rigged in your favor. And Baba also says that never think anything is happening to you. Always believe everything is happening for you. Because you need to learn a lesson, because you need to learn a skill, because you need to have an experience, because you need to get mature. So everything is happening for you. Yes, and if you have that consciousness, So now you see, so there is Baba, there is Prakriti, the 5 elements, and you are here in the middle. So the 5 elements are the 3rd category, you are the 2nd, and Baba is the 1st. And if you keep yourself in the middle and you know that Baba is filling you and the universe is complying to put you higher. So the universe is always working to take you higher. So if you look at the drama that way, and if you look at Baba as, some people say Baba, God is punishing, and what does God want, and why is God being so, merciless to us? So no, you should have that relationship with Baba, that trust in Baba, that faith in Baba, that Baba is doing everything for your good. So in Lokik relationships also, what do parents do? They put you on a bicycle and they push you and then they wait behind you so that if you fall, they will take care of you. But that doesn't mean that they don't ever teach you how to ride a bicycle. So Baba is also like that. He's pushing us to do things which we wouldn't do on our own. But he's there. He's taking care of me. And I have to learn the lessons that I need to learn. And then there is the drama, which is, drama is my friend. Drama is the 3rd category. Drama cannot overpower me. The place of drama is below. So drama is like a good servant. It is serving me in what Baba is trying to teach me. So Baba and drama are working together. And whatever Baba is trying to teach me, drama is creating the atmosphere or the circumstance in which I can simulate those, I can just apply those powers and those virtues. And you have so much of knowledge, you need a platform to practice this. So drama is just creating that platform. So Baba says, if you are in this elevated consciousness, then the way you see things, perceive things, your attitude to everything is different. And so is your action. And so is your action. So there are some people who are just wishing away this situation. There are some people who say, I just wish COVID was gone, as if COVID is waiting for your wish. So, we have this idea that if you wish something away and if you wish it away enough, it will go. So go, and it'll go. So it doesn't go that way. It's come for something. There is a reason. And if you learn the lesson, it goes away. It served its purpose. So Baba says, don't get frustrated with anything. Nothing has come to trouble you. Everything has come to teach you. So look at it like your friend. What is it trying to teach me? It is trying to teach me how to live with myself peacefully. When did isolation become such a bad thing? Isolation is good. You live with yourself. How bad can that be? But it's very bad. It comes out to be, it looks like it's the worst thing possible these days. Why? So you need to look at the kind of relationship you have with yourself. And when you look at it and change it, then everything changes. So now we are complaining about the virus and the lockdown. Imagine a time when 6 months there is no electricity. What do you do? I'm just talking about 6 months. No electricity. Think about it. Think about what will trouble you. So, Baba is asking us to transform our sanskars. So, we need to go beyond praise and defamation, good and bad, right and wrong, heat and cold. So, Baba is teaching us that, and drama is also teaching us that, and eventually, drama will teach this more and more and more until we learn it. And when you learn it, you are never in trouble. Because actually, as a soul, you are above these things. In body consciousness, you have become very influenced by these factors. So when you were in the soul world, there was no AC, no air conditioning, no heating, no relationships, nobody to talk to. So you can exist like that. You can be on your own. You are a complete seed. And basically everything is pushing us to that stage where we try and practice going back to it again. So Baba says that when you were in elevated consciousness, your actions were elevated. Now Baba says in the answer today, because they have forgotten their original religion. So the original religion of the soul is you are powerful, you are peaceful, you are complete, you are invincible, you are beyond death. So what are you like as a soul? You are like this. So because you have forgotten yourself, so this is why your actions have become so desperate. So do you see the desperation in our actions today? We are desperate for sights and words and achievements and accomplishments because we have forgotten in our original religion we are so content. I, the soul, am very content in my original religion. That is my quality. So Baba says, because they have forgotten their original religion, because of forgetting their religion, the actions they perform are corrupt. So in Hindi, there are these two words, Dharm and Karma. So when you forget your Dharm, you don't perform the right karma. So the dharma of the soul is, now what is dharma? Dharma means original quality, original religion. For example, in Hindi it would be called चीनी का गुण धर्म मिठास है. So the religion of sugar is sweetness. And the religion of the soul is also sweetness of a different kind. So that is the dharma. And when you are in your dharma, you do the right karma. So Baba says, together with that, so Baba says the Father gives you the understanding of your true religion. Together with that, he also tells you the history and geography of the whole world, which you have to relate to everyone else. So he also tells you not only how you were in the soul world, but how you were in your original state in this world also. So when you came down in the meditation, we did that. When you came down, how were you? You were called a Devata. What is a Devata in English? Devata is a giver, dene wala. So you were a giver in your original religion. And how do you give? So you just allowed that free flow of love, peace, purity inside you to come into action. Your words, your resonance, your actions, they were filled with this energy of giving, with this energy of love, peace, purity. Right now, what are you doing? You are blocking your energy all the time. Yes? Even if you're smiling, you are walking in a park, there's nature around, you're smiling. And then you look at somebody, you just suddenly stop smiling. You blocked your energy. So your nature is to smile, but every time you are looking at people's situations, you are making an attempt to block your energy. And in Satyug, you didn't do that. The energy flowed. Your face smiled, your words spoke sweet words. Your hands did actions which made everyone happy. So you were just a giver by opening your heart and releasing that energy. Yes? Sometimes you're not doing anything and not picking a call. Yes? Not doing anything doesn't mean doesn't mean meditating. If you're meditating, you're doing something. But sometimes you're not doing anything. You're just, wallowing in self-pity or engaging in some wasteful thoughts, and then somebody is calling you and you don't pick the call because you don't want to release your energy. So you could just use that conversation to make the other person feel better. So Baba says, when you are in Satyug, you are a giver. So Baba reminds us of our true religion in the soul world, in the golden age. And then when you are reminded of it, so this whole play is about forgetting and getting reminded. So when we forget, we become this, and then when we are reminded, we become the other one. So Baba says, together with that, he also tells you the history and geography of the whole world, which you have to relate to everyone else. Give everyone the true introduction of the Father. And when you practice, automatically you will preach what you practice. Because you become an embodiment of that. So you don't know anything else. So whenever you come into words, you will be sharing this with everybody. Now the blessing today is, may you receive a passport of contentment from everyone by passing with honors as a jewel of contentment. So Baba says, you should receive a passport of contentment from everybody. Now, who is that everybody? Baba says, you should be content with your effort. You should be content with yourself. You should be content with others, and others should be content with you. There should be no discontentment anywhere. Now just ask 4 questions to yourself every day if you want to know whether you have this passport already or not. First thing, have I become what I want to be? Am I doing what I am capable of? The third question, do I make an effort to keep everybody contented? And fourth is, do I have complaints with other people? Okay, so if you ask these 4 questions, you will get the answers. And Baba says, there are 2 reasons why, if you receive an answer in the negative, then why these questions are being answered in the negative is because of 2 reasons. the lack of power to tolerate and the lack of power to adjust. So you can be who you want to be. But when you sit in meditation, your mind wanders. And then you get up. Why don't you keep sitting there? Will you get killed or sick if you keep sitting there even if your mind is wandering? What will happen? So, you don't have the power to tolerate. You get fed up. So when you don't have the power to tolerate, you say enough is enough. But then just say it's okay. Even if things are not okay, I can persevere. So when you're sitting with yourself, with Baba, persevere. Tell yourself it's okay. Even if I am not able to establish very good connection, let me just sit, pull up your power to tolerate, and sit and keep trying relentlessly. Then you will become what you want to be. But if you don't have the power to tolerate, you will give up. Why are you not doing as much as you can? Again, because of the power to tolerate. Tolerate pain, tolerate deformation, tolerate, the vagaries of your mind. And again, with other people, there is this power to adjust which comes in. If somebody is very different from you, how does it matter? It's okay. You can be content with them if you just tell yourself, it's not a big deal, I can adjust with this. But if you keep telling, oh, this is gross and this is not good and I can't adjust with this, I can't deal with this, then it becomes difficult. But if you tell yourself, what is it or who is it with whom I can't adjust? I can adjust with anyone and anything. And if you just pull up this power to adjust by reminding yourself how much power do you have, then you will be able to stay content with whatever is happening. So there is Dadi Nirmal Shantamani. So she left her body some years back, and she was also the biological daughter of Brahma Baba. And when when Shiv Baba chose Brahma Baba as the medium, then Dadi also, his daughter also came to the yajna, and she also surrendered her life. So Nirmal Shantamani Dadi was famous for one thing. So whenever anybody complained about anybody's sanskar and they said, this person is like this and that person is like that and the other, and then Dadi used to say, so are you not aware of that? So this is happening every day. So if that person has this sanskar, let's say somebody has a sanskar of snapping. So you are dealing with that every day. So by now they have this sanskar. Then why does it surprise you every time? Why don't you just go prepared that they will snap and I can deal with this? So something happening for the first time can surprise you or shock you or destabilize you. But then if something is happening every time, then you should be able to adjust with it, because you are a knowledgeful soul. You have come to have the knowledge of it. So what do? You move into a place and then you don't know, you don't have a inverter or a generator in place, and then you, for 2 days, you realize that there is frequent power cut down here. Then what do? You buy an inverter and you become prepared. So somebody experiences a power cut every now and then, you buy your inverter, you keep that in place. That's it. So Baba says, if you do this much, you will be content with everybody, and everybody will also be content with you, because everybody likes a contented person. If somebody adjusts with you, you love them. Yes, so Baba says this is the thing. And another thing that we need to understand clearly about contentment is, so adjustment doesn't mean an adjustment where you are externally adjusting and internally getting frustrated. That's the pressure cooker way of adjusting. So you're boiling from within and accumulating the gas, and then you will burst out eventually. So that's not adjustment. So adjustment means when you are doing it with spiritual power and understanding, and that thing is not causing any kind of accumulation within you. And only then will your energy be so clean that they will also love you. Okay, so this is the blessing today. So you have to have 4 certificates, that you are doing as much as you can, that you're becoming who you can become, that everybody is content with you, and that you are content with everybody. And all these things will happen only through these 2 practices: the practice to power to tolerate, and practice of the power to adjust. Om Shanti.